Hello, I'm Tiffany Watson, Director of the Edward J. Lewis II Lawyers in the Classroom program. Thank you for joining us for the Lawyers in the Classroom program series. Today, we'll hear from Mr. Jerry Brown, a dedicated attorney volunteer, about his volunteer experiences and why he decided to be a part of the Lawyers in the Classroom program. Welcome, Jerry.
Good morning. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I first heard about the program from someone who I knew who was actually running to be a judge, and he indicated that this was something that he did. And when he described what he did, it seemed really, fascinating and exciting. And I'm a big believer in the importance of providing, mentoring to our young people. And there's a saying, I'll serve as general counsel for 100 Black men of Chicago. And our saying is, because we do a lot of mentoring, what they see is what they will be. So it's an opportunity to actually see some of our young people and talk with them and sort of learn how they see the world and do what I can to try to communicate with them. The last lesson we taught was vehicles in the park. And it's a fun, exciting problem. It gives us an opportunity to sort of work on several different ideas with students and kind of see how they respond to the information and watch them kind of put ideas and arguments together. So it's a fun problem, and it generates some really interesting discussion with students. From that particular lesson, in getting them to really think through how rules work, what rules are, how to understand them and how to apply them, and understanding that not everything is simply black and white. There are lots of shades of gray, and getting them to sort of understand how to make certain distinctions about how you should apply a rule. And it gives you lots of opportunities to do that.
Absolutely. Rules are important for the kids to understand
But
because those
again,
rules
also,
become laws.
but also the problem, the challenges in interpreting and enforcing a rule. I mean, the no vehicles in the park problem. Yes, you don't want people drag racing in the park. Obviously, that's harmful, but getting them to understand that if an ambulance is coming into the park to attend to somebody who's injured, that's different. And so getting them to be able to explain why those two things are different. I think I benefit a great deal because it's one thing to read about what young people are doing and thinking. It's something else to actually talk to them. I mean, I do have kids myself, but you know, getting to hear how our young people in the public schools really are seeing the world and their place in it, there's no substitute in terms of how to learn that other than just talking to them and getting to see the way they react when you tell them your story as an attorney, and sort of sounding them out about some of the issues related to the law and trying to encourage them that a career in law might be something they want to consider. The first time I did it, I was worried that the students might not be all that interested and engaged, or I might not be sufficiently dynamic to really attract their attention, that I'd struggle to get them to talk. And fortunately, the opposite was the problem. They were so full of ideas and comments that I had to struggle to get them to stop talking over each other. So I prefer that kind of excessive enthusiasm because we can work with that. The challenge is if you have a room and nobody wants to say anything, that's when you really that's when it's a lot harder. But yeah, I much prefer when everyone's just bubbling with ideas, the things they want to say, and comments. And it's so seeing the students react that enthusiastically was a big boost for me. And that's another thing I start doing sometimes is some students are kind of timid when they speak in class, and I'll always stop and tell them it's really important that you say this loudly. What you have to say is important, and we really want everybody to hear it. And some of the students seem to respond to that. So there's some who they're nice and loud, and they want to talk the whole line, and others you kind of have to draw out.
Well, thank you so much, Jerry, for sharing your thoughts and experiences. And we're so happy that you're a part of the Lawyers in the Classroom program. To learn more about the Lawyers in the Classroom program, please go to www.chicagobar.org/chicagobar/LIC. Thank you.